After hours of dissecting every aspect of Naoya Inoue and Gervonta Davis, we have concluded our favored winner for this ultimate fantasy showdown. Brace yourselves as we delve deep into the attributes and vulnerabilities of each fighter. The result we have come to just might shock you.
He's better than Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was blue like that. Just as good.
Now, in a fantasy matchup like this, can we expect fireworks right from the opening bell?
First knockdown of the fight.
Would they be likely to come out swinging, looking for the knockout right from the start?
Knockout settled, and he is all about that knockout power.
Will Davis utilize his power and precision to catch Inoue in his explosive flurries of punches? Or will Inoue land his signature body shots and combinations to slowly wear down Davis?
What's the guy from Japan?
Inoue?
Yeah.
The monster.
And I like, he is explosive. He's good. I don't know.
To get a better understanding and hopefully answer some of these questions, let's dive right into the key strengths which make up these fighters and make them so unique. Let's start with Naoya Inoue. Inoue's vicious power and variation. Inoue is known for his tremendous punching power, which he then couples with a variation of his unique combos. He strikes his opponents high and low with a variety of punches, overwhelming his opponents, causing them to drop their guard and be wide open to his vicious blows. He loves to keep his opponents under constant pressure by frequently jabbing and changing angles, keeping his opponents occupied at all times. Inoue invests in the body throughout the fight, especially with his lightning-fast body jab to the solar plexus, causing his opponents difficulty breathing. Inoue also loves to throw hooks to the kidneys and liver, momentarily paralyzing his opponents with a mix of pain and shortness of breath. This stops many of them in their tracks with just one shot. Inoue's calculated and slick defense. Inoue's vicious power often overshadows his defensive skills, making it one of his most underrated attributes. Inoue often uses a high guard when he is in range of his opponents, catching punches and often returning with a counterpunch. He is also quite adept at closing the distance and smothering his opponents up close to remove any openings that his opponents can capitalize on. He takes away the power of his opponent's punches by subtly stepping back or pivoting as his opponents come forward with offense, ensuring nothing lands clean. Head movement is also one key attribute to his defense, enabling him to slip punches and take his head off the center line when needed. Is Tank as skilled as Inoue? Does he have what it takes to beat or potentially KO him? Let's explore Tank's greatest strengths. Gervonta Davis, also known as the Tank Davis, possesses a highly effective and unique boxing style. As a skilled counterattacker, he displays patience against stronger opponents, carefully analyzing their movements before unleashing his powerful blows. Being a southpaw, Davis poses a challenge to his opponents with his awkward angles and unpredictability in punch delivery. The southpaw stance allows Davis to paw out his jab against orthodox fighters, creating distance and setting up devastating left hooks and straight shots to the body. He focuses on body punching early in the fights to wear down his opponents and open up opportunities for powerful headshots later on. Davis exhibits excellent punch variation, not attacking the same spot twice, which keeps his opponents guessing and allows him to set up a lethal left hand, often delivered through straight punches or uppercuts. Now, in terms of defense, Davis is underrated, often moving on the back foot and using subtle head movement and waist bending to evade shots. He employs the shoulder roll technique popularized by his mentor, Floyd Mayweather, to deflect right hands from orthodox fighters. What sets Davis apart is his killer finishing ability. One of his signature moves is the disguised gazelle hook, which confuses opponents with its unpredictable target. he generates significant power through his footwork and hip rotation, much like a prime Canelo Alvarez. While Davis has shown tremendous potential, some critics point out his lowered hand position, which could be a concern against other power punchers. However, this lowered guard also contributes to his general unpredictability, making him a formidable and dangerous opponent. Both fighters undeniably possess incredible attributes, but it's essential to acknowledge the flaws they each have. Notably, the flaw that resulted in Inoue breaking his eye socket. Despite Inoue's fighting style showing few apparent weaknesses, some experts and analysts have pointed out that he may be susceptible to fighters with excellent movement and footwork who can effectively evade his power shots. Additionally, he has a tendency to occasionally leave himself open when aggressively attacking, which easily leaves him open to counterattacks. Let's quickly review the fight between Inoue and Donaire, which was crowned as the 2019 Fight of the Year. The fight between Naoya Inoue and Donaire took place on November 7th, 2019, in the World Boxing Super Series Bantamweight Final. It was an epic battle between two highly skilled, accomplished fighters in the bantamweight division. Fellow boxing fans, let's take a look at the fight where the monster himself took his toughest test. Naoya Inoue entered the fight as the IBF bantamweight champion. Nonito Donaire, on the other hand, is a multiple division world champion with a wealth of experience. He is known for his boxing IQ, excellent timing, and powerful punches. Inoue showcased early dominance as he was able to land powerful shots and control the pace in the earlier rounds. However, Donaire displayed his resilience and ring intelligence as he weathered Inoue's assault and found moments to counter effectively. As the fight progressed, Donaire's experience became evident as he adjusted his strategy on the fly, utilizing his reach and movement to create distance and avoid some of Inoue's power shots. He also managed to land some significant punches of his own, momentarily testing Inoue's chin and even exposed Inoue's weakness as Donaire left his mark and broke Inoue's eye socket. Ouch. The later rounds saw both fighters exchanging heavy blows, with Donaire having a strong showing in the championship rounds. Inoue, though slightly fatigued, continued to push forward with his aggressive style. Ultimately, the judges awarded Naoya Inoue the unanimous decision victory, recognizing his early dominance in the fight and his effective work throughout the entire fight. Now let's explore one of Tank's worst flaws, which led him to his most lackluster performance to date. Gervonta Davis possesses a couple of weaknesses that analysts have highlighted, which adds an intriguing dimension to his fights. One area of concern is his defense, which has shown some vulnerabilities in certain bouts. While Davis is undoubtedly a skilled offensive fighter with tremendous knockout power, there have been instances where his defense has been less secure. Opponents who can effectively capitalize on this vulnerability and maintain a high level of pressure may find opportunities to land significant punches. Additionally, Davis has faced questions about his stamina in some of his fights. As the bouts progress, he has shown signs of tiring, which could potentially impact his ability to perform consistently at a high pace in the later rounds. This aspect has led to discussions about his conditioning and how it might influence the performances against top-level opposition. Taking a closer look at the Davis vs. Cruz fight, an intense action-packed showdown that lived up to the hype, we can see aspects of this come into play. From the opening bell, both fighters demonstrated their determination to make a statement. Davis showcased his trademark power and speed, landing crisp counterpunches and precise hooks. Utilizing his footwork, he created angles to avoid getting trapped under Isaac Cruz's relentless pressure. Cruz, on the other hand, lived up to his reputation as a relentless brawler. He constantly pressed forward, throwing a high volume of punches and targeting Davis's body. Final moments of the fight, an unexpected injury occurred in Davis's dominant hand, forcing him to rely on his jab to finish the full 12 rounds, while leading on the scorecards. While Davis still emerged as the victor, the fight did end his knockout streak and raised questions about his ability to consistently secure knockouts against tougher opponents. Will Inoue be the next conqueror of weight classes, much like Pac-Man conquered arcades of the 80s? Or will there be a limit to what the Japanese monster can do? Will Tank Davis be too big and powerful for Inoue? Or will Inoue prove to himself that he is not just a monster, but a hungry monster that will devour anyone because of his thirst for greatness? The winner that we have concluded is Naoya Inoue. No doubt. Yes, you heard that right. In a matchup between Naoya Inoue and Gervonta Davis at 135 pounds, we believe that Naoya would still win. Despite the obvious weight discrepancy post-weigh-in, we believe that Inoue's ability to outbox and maintain endless stamina would be critical factors in the later rounds. His relentless pressure and varied attack strategy targeting both high and low could wear down Davis over time, similar to what we saw in the Davis fight with Cruz. As the championship rounds progress, Inoue's precise punching could lead him to landing a significant shot to Davis's head or liver, potentially finishing the fight via knockout. However, Inoue must exercise caution when applying pressure, as he occasionally leaves himself vulnerable, overcommitting to an attack that could expose him to Davis's devastating knockout power. To secure victory, Inoue needs to balance his aggressive approach with defensive awareness to minimize risks and capitalize on opportunities. Ultimately, a fight between these two exceptional fighters would be a thrilling spectacle to say the least, with the outcome hinging on their strategic choices and ability to exploit each other's weaknesses. But this was just my prediction. There are 1,000 ways this fight can play out. Leave your predictions in the comment section below. Please like and hit that subscribe button, and thank you very much for watching.